Yo, 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 what it do, family? High value basketball. We are back once again with the absolute best basketball commentary on the planet. You dig? Man. Victor freaking Wembanyama. Whoa, buddy. We need to come up with the nicknames already for him, man, because we got us a super duper Slim Reaper on our hands, man. Heck, if anything, maybe he could actually take the moniker from KD. How about that? Yo, if y'all don't know, y'all need to catch all the way up, man. Victor Wembanyama is that guy. He is the next guy. Yeah, that's without a doubt. Barring injury, of course, and anything goofy like that. Victor Wembanyama is actually the real deal unicorn that NBA franchises have been looking for. And he is the real deal unicorn that folks thought was about to crop up with Chet Holmgren. And shout out to Chet. Hopefully he gets himself better in an NBA shape. But Mr. Victor here, man. Mr. Freeze. Oh, I like that already. There we go. Yeah, Mr. Victor. Mr. Freeze. Oh, man. Mr. Freeze is super duper legit, yo. I believe I said it in one of my other team breakdowns where I said the team may be tanking for Victor Wembanyama. And I made mention that he is Kevin Durant and Giannis Antetokounmpo rolled into one individual. And man, as I'm seeing even more highlights and of course seeing the G League Ignite last night, yeah, it is definitely the best spot on comparison ever. Cause wow, this dude has clearly a very pure shooting form. Dude was 7 of 11 for that particular game. But if you check his stats, he's a very, very efficient 3-point shooter. He's not streaky, meaning, at least for that one game that we saw, he knows how to pick his shots. Like, he's not out there just chucking, taking bad shots, doing heat checks. He is shooting within rhythm. He is shooting within the flow of the game. He is picking his spots. He is eyeing dudes down, looking at them like they crazy. He is killing it with the shot selection and like I say, the beautiful release. He is a pure shooter. And that's definitely where he gets the KD comparison from. And as well, his athleticism and play style. I mean, the dude can dribble. He's definitely full on got a bag, as they like to call it these days. He has full on guard skills. And he knows how to throw his body around and manipulate defenders, man, in a beautiful way, in the most beautiful way. And then on top of the fact that this dude is a pure shooter and a pure dribbler and a pure playmaker, so to speak. No, he's not a playmaker because he had 0 assists last night. Pure scorer. The dude knows how to throw his long body around to get to the rim in 1 or 2 steps like Giannis. Like, what? I know y'all saw this dude do a spin around 1 step from the free throw line layup with full body control, a la Giannis. That's why they call him the Greek freak, because he be taking these crazy big giant wide steps that we've never seen before, and he can contorts his bodies in ways that we never seen before, to where he just puts him in the most dominant position to just yam on folks. Well, we see the same or similar form with Victor Wembanyama. That is for sure. This dude knows how to launch and thrust and throw his body around and use his length to maximum capability and maximum fluidity. And shout out to Gilbert Arenas and James Harden. He's using his body as a skill. The way that he's using his footwork with his super long arms and legs and manipulating his body around, that is a skill. Bona fide without a doubt. They be talking trash about Giannis. You won't be able to talk the trash about Victor because he's doing very similar tactics and he's doing it while he also has a bag. So all that goofy shit. But for real though, for real, man, this dude, and we ain't seen nothing like it. They already are talking about, he's going to be the next biggest hype draft prospect since LeBron. They tried to throw that on Zion, but Zion was more hype. Definitely like hype, his highlight reel and all the dunking and stuff like that. But as far as an NBA prospect and being a champion, being the next big thing, being the next needle pusher for the NBA, who shifts the NBA in a different direction, or, shows us things we've never seen before, who has a potential legacy of multiple championships, that type of thing. Victor Wembanyama has it written all over it, because not only does he have, the bag and the shot selection and the athleticism and the body contortion, the dude has just that look in his eye. I mean, seriously, his avatar picture in his straight face shows that he is a dog. That man's basic resting face pierces right through your soul, the same way a Kobe did, the same way a Jordan did, the same way some of these players, when they tap into that God mode and they just go crazy, like say when Steph Curry gets into one of them crazy modes and he's all on the side of the court yelling and clenching his fists, and he's just completely just going berserk. Victor Wembanyama has that in spades. Like, he's already got that dog. And based on what I'm seeing, man, I see he's gonna unleash. That is for sure. And I stand by that, because again, his play style and the way that his motor and the way that he uses his body, that's where the second half of the comparison to Giannis comes in. And this is where the whole two come together for him to be this super hyper unicorn. Because the thing about him with the KD comparison is it was always a knock on KD that, yeah, of course he's great and he's totally awesome, but he has these weird moments where he just disappears, where you don't even realize he's literally on the floor for long stretches of the game. Or, he may score 27, 28 points, but it was the quietest 28 points you've ever seen, because it just didn't even look like he did anything. It barely looked like he was even out there. Of course that may lead to wins, but as we see, his legacy is a little muddled because of his wins with the Warriors. But prior to that was a part of the knock on KD, because he just seemed to disappear and he couldn't get the team over the hump. Nah, fam, he don't disappear. Like, this is where the Giannis comes in, because old buddy is big and loud and demonstrative. And I mean, just his play. His play is look at me. His height and his build is just, you can't take your eyes off of anything that the man is doing. So as a viewer, if you can't do it, imagine what these defenses are going to be stuck doing, especially if he remains hyper aggressive, especially if he remains dope with his shot selection, especially if he remains a ridiculous, what is that? Off base? It's not off base. But a side defender coming in, getting those blocks at the rim. If he's all of those things, we are looking at the next 3-time, 4-time NBA champion, given the fact that he may be put on the right team. So who's finna get him, yo? Is Oklahoma City, they gonna run 2 7-footers out there with Victor and Chet, or will it be the Spurs and Papa run off in the sunset with his last big draft prospect? Hell, we don't know, because a third of the NBA is going to be taken to try to get him. So it's going to be fun to watch for sure. G League Ignite is on fire. Victor Wembanyama is that guy. High value basketball family. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.